I admit I take so much more pleasure in window shopping on behalf of others and hunting for things for others. My husband can back me up and say I have a lot of difficulty buying things for myself, getting interested in things for myself. I will quickly go, oh, hey, that's cute, and walk away. And my husband will be like, hey, there's money. Do you want it? And I'll be like, no. So it's hard for me to create a wish list. It's hard for me to give a birthday list of ideas or a holiday. It's hard for me. And this might sound silly. Part of the reason I don't like window shopping or buying things for myself is because, and it's coincidental, but whenever I make a purchase specifically for myself, be it with our money, a gift card, whatever, something bad happens to our family. Each and every time my husband was laid off, literally the day before, I bought something for myself. When we needed to get a new car, I bought something for myself before my husband had the accident and then was totaled. So we've had health problems after I purchased something, so it's as if the universe is saying I can't spend money on myself, so I get really clenchy with the thought of buying something for myself. All that being said, I am trying to develop interests, and this is not the time to be like haphazardly spending money, and I know that, and I am not. I'll create a little goal, but my husband unearthed money I had in a change pouch thingy from before we moved 4 years ago. I have no idea why I put this money in this change pouch. I have no idea what I earmarked it for and what it was from, but it was found money. So my husband's like, well, use that on yourself. Okay. So I was rebuying some Alex and Ani bracelets that were stolen in our house break-in 2020. All of my Alex and Ani bracelets were stolen, and I was repurchasing them with the insurance money, and then when we moved, I just forgot to finish. So then I just started browsing Alex and Ani bracelets. So I will do a little slideshow of various things I have window shopped for myself lately. So up next are some Alex and Ani bracelets. Okay. I just think the pasta one is really cute. My son is really into pasta. We're a pasta family. Tell me that little bow tie is not the cutest thing ever. And then I just like the hibiscus flower. And on a generic wish list of Alex and Ani bracelets, I started on my Pinterest boards. I'm dating myself. Is that Donald Duck one, which apparently was obtainable when I put it on that list, and not so much now, as you can see from that screenshot from eBay. So I'll have to find that out in the wild, much cheaper. And as I started collecting Disney pins when my family was still going to Disney, had the lanyard that you put it on. Pin trading was fairly new with Disney cast members, but pins were like $3 to $5 back then. And my little pin collection is packed away in a memory bin. But I've seen people, decorate with pins on like cork boards, and I thought, oh, that's cute for like decor. And then I've gotten into thinking Orange Bird from Disney is so cute. And I also like Tsum Tsums because my kids were so into them. And then I found there's an Orange Bird Tsum Tsum pin. That's next. Of course, I window shopped books. Big shocker. I actually came across this Golden Girls mystery book while like scrolling on TikTok, the TikTok shop, and I thought that's cute. Sure, I'll keep an eye out for that. And then B. Dylan Hollis's latest cookbook. I have his first one. It was actually a signed copy my husband and kids got me 2 or 3 years ago for my birthday. So that is something to, look out for in the future. And 2 kitchen-y items are up next. I have wanted to can since 2010. Have I? Nope. It scares me. It stresses me. I don't know where to put it. I don't know if my family would like it, but I like the idea of doing it. And that's why I have this particular set. Now I do have a canning little system that I got on clearance from Target umpteen years ago, and I browse on Facebook Marketplace for cute little rustic cabinets to put canning items in, and I save it and I send it to my husband going, this is for when I finally give in to the obsession, where should we put it? And then I never get it. So that. And then the cookbook, because I've had this idea, and my kids really want this idea to come to fruition, of getting 2 of those cookbooks, one for my son, one for my daughter, for when and if, hard to predict how the future will be if they go out on their own or even if they don't, cookbook recipes that they grew up with. My daughter has already made the list of what she wants me to include there. My son, it's less recipes and more like, how do you make the pasta and the rice and things as I like it? And I'll still put some recipes in there that he remembers me making, because he might have a partner who wants some recipes, or the friend going, hey, I'm really looking for a recipe of blah blah blah, and he can go, hey, I got one from my mom, let me just whip out my recipe book here. So I've been window shopping for recipe binders that reflect me and are in a format I would like to work with. Now the last 2 items are screenshots from eBay. I'm including the sellers because I don't want anybody to think I'm stealing images and things like that. I try to stay legit. So these are 2 jewelry items. I mentioned earlier the house break-in. All of my jewelry was stolen, from family heirlooms to things that my dad gave me and things like that. Some things cannot be replaced. They are one of a kind, made for specific people type of thing. But I went searching on eBay. I'm like, hey, I wonder if this is out there. And so the first Tweety charm was one of the first pieces of jewelry my dad ever bought me from like a jeweler's. And I've seen a couple of them on eBay, like broken, like Tweety's legs are missing. So this one is intact. I'm not buying it anytime soon at that price, but it's comforting to just see it and know it's out there. And then the second one, I think this is the bracelet. It looks 99.9% identical to the first piece of real jewelry my husband, but then boyfriend, got me. He got it for our first Christmas together, this amethyst tennis bracelet, and I'm almost 100% sure that is the one. So again, not getting it anytime soon, but it's just comforting to see it out there. And in case you're wondering, yeah, after everything was stolen, we had police reports. I submitted pictures of things, and we went to tons of pawn shops in the area for a good 6 months after, and nothing ever came up. But at least I found those 2 things on eBay to look at and go, okay, stuff is out there. Should I want to replace it? It doesn't replace the originals, but it fills a void, kind of. So that's my window shopping. Yeah. Is anybody interested in seeing my Alex and Ani bracelet collection? Is that a video anybody's into? Is anybody still into Alex and Ani's? I am. I'm getting back into wearing them. I'm trying to wear more jewelry. Let me know. But thanks for asking what I have been window shopping. I don't like window shopping in person. I can't just walk around a store and browse. But it's easy to just scroll and then, you know, walk away when you're done. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye.